do anything that I don't like. Every time your current come up situation, I'ma drag you. And every time you bring your little girly self on here and saying something, I'ma drag you. Every time. People will cry if they knew the truth. Like literally cry. Like cry. Cry. Cry.
Told y'all about, I was gonna let y'all know why she got so much animosity towards me. So the reason why she got so much animosity towards me is because when you find out the truth about a person, they will start to resent you.
Remy Ma's secret just came crashing out the closet, and baby, she is spiraling. Word on the street is she allegedly threatened to handle Claressa Shields, and not with words either. Folks are whispering that Remy straight up said she'd pull a pew and erase Claressa from the picture. For good. Here's the crazy part. This ain't just about her cheating on Papoose with Easy the Block Captain. Oh no, that was just the surface. Turns out, Remy was living foul on a whole other level. She allegedly brought her side chick, a woman she met behind bars, into the bed she shared with Pap. And get this, their young daughter was in the next room crying while all this went down. Now that's wild, but it gets messier. According to Pap himself, he found tapes, yes, actual recordings, of Remy and this mystery jailhouse lover doing their thing. And now, Remy's panicking because she knows if those tapes leak online, her whole image is finished. And that might be why she's coming for Claressa so hard. She sees her as a threat, a target, someone who knows too much. So what's Pap gonna do? Is he really about to flip the script and expose Remy for everything? Folks are saying he's thinking about going for full custody of their daughter. And considering how private he's always been, that's saying a lot. Remember, Papoose stood by Remy through thick and thin, through prison and public backlash. You could count on one hand how many times he ever even spoke on their business. But now, he went live and aired it all out. And when he spoke, he didn't hold back. He called out Remy's manipulative moves, accusing her of being full-on narcissistic.
She like, yeah, I'm just staying with such and such, right? I said, all right, cool. Anybody in Bedford Hills, can you please step to the front? So now I'm like, damn, this shit weird. The hell? You feel me? So at this time, I try to be intimate. I'm keeping it 100 with you. I try to be intimate with her. And she came into bed with me. She hugged me, kissed me, the whole thing. And at this time, I'm trying to be intimate with her. When it's time to go down, she slipped out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. After she do that, she go back to sleep in the room with homegirl this particular night. I said, something is fishy here.
That was the last straw for a lot of fans. They were like, if Papoose is finally speaking up, it must be bad. And let's be real, Remy's been out here trying to flip the whole story. She's been making it seem like Pap was messing around with Claressa and painting Claressa as some kind of homewrecker. But now we're seeing the real story start to unfold, and it's nothing like what she tried to make people believe. Turns out Remy's been moving shady while pointing fingers the whole time. So boom, the latest mess kicked off right after Claressa hit up the Breakfast Club and started spilling a little tea of her own. She didn't name drop too wild, but she definitely let it slip that Papoose was already knee-deep in divorce proceedings with Remy Ma.
Assuming you mean like you want to wait till the divorce is like official. Did that hold you, did that keep you from like giving your all?
No. No, because we're together all the time.
So the all is already given, is what she's saying.
Yeah, that's it. We already talked, we talk about so many different things, and I'm 30, so we talk about kids and family and stuff like that, but like that still has to be taken care of. But like, you know, once again, it's not for me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not married.
That one line, it set the whole internet on fire. Now Remy, she was heated. She jumped on live almost immediately, clearly pressed about the interview. Instead of keeping it cute, she went on a full-blown rant. She said she felt bad for Claressa, claiming Pap was only messing with her to boost his status, like she was just a stepping stone for his glow-up. Then Remy really tried to flip the script. She claimed their split had nothing to do with cheating. Nope, according to her, she was just over it. She said Pap never supported her from day one, like ever. And then she dropped a bomb. All that talk about her still wanting Pap, she called it straight-up nonsense. According to Remy, she didn't want that man back. If anything, she was pushing for the divorce.
I'm gonna drag you every time, Willie. Every time. I was just trying to get back with you yesterday. Get back with what? Get back with what? Why the fuck would I be trying to get back with you, sir? Stop lying to these people. Did y'all look at the date on that filing? Oh, it's so easy to file. He filed that today. He filed this today. Who gave you the money? They gave you the money. You should be look at me, doing you favors again. I got y'all lit. All the blogs pick y'all up. You can use all my perks, all my front row perks, all my jewelry perks, all my jacket perks. Y'all lit. I got y'all lit. And look at me again, still doing you favors. I got your lawyer retained. Look at him. Look at him over there, emotional.
But then Papoose came through the next day and shut all that noise down with cold, hard receipts. He posted screenshots showing that he had filed the divorce papers first, on May 22nd to be exact. And he wasn't quiet about it either. He hit the caption with some serious shade, writing, "Filing for divorce is real easy, so why hasn't she done it yet?" Then he hit him with the hashtag #pump faking. Woo! And to top it off, Pap added that the only reason he hadn't filed sooner was because he was thinking about their daughter. That clapback was surgical. Remy tried to spin the story, but Pap pulled the receipts and showed the world who really made the first move. Papoose came out swinging with class, saying, "She gotta go to school. When two people act like grown folks, divorce can be peaceful and private. That was my plan. But when someone chooses bitterness and clout chasing, it becomes a whole circus." That little jab? Oh, Remy did not take it lightly. She went right back on live and snapped back hard. She clapped at Pap, calling him broke, said he was sneak dissing her for attention, and even threatened to air out some real messy footage she claimed to have on him. That's not all. She said if he didn't back off, she might just take things public in a way he wouldn't recover from. Remy kept the smoke coming. She said they were already in divorce mediation, and she was completely done with his lying and broke behind. She didn't just talk either. She came with her own receipts, pulling up screenshots of text messages to prove that she wasn't the one holding up the divorce. According to her, it was Pap who kept dragging it out while pretending to be the calm one. Then she flipped it again, claiming that Pap was broke, a liar, and playing victim to get sympathy. And she didn't stop there. Remy boldly said she had folks in the wings ready to step in and check Papoose if he kept pushing it.
Should I scroll back to then? Let me scroll back to then. Play with me. Play with me. Play with me. If I wanted to get you back, all I had to do was just listen to the cries and the pleading. I have that too. You want me to play the audio of you crying? Or do you want me to place the footage of you sleep on the couch? What happened? The last time that you was over there, and I was like, bro, this ain't it. Stop.
She basically told him to quit playing in her face, cause she wasn't scared to shake things up. All this just to make one thing clear. She said she didn't want him back. Remy said he was the one blowing up her phone, not the other way around. She told the world he needed to stop fronting like she was chasing him when he was the one sliding into her messages. But here's the twist. People were not buying it. The internet started turning on Remy right in the middle of her live. Commenters were flooding in, telling her to chill out and let it go. One person even wrote, "Perfect example of how having money don't mean you can't still be lame. Grow up, keep it behind closed doors." The audience is shifting, and even Remy's own followers are telling her she's doing too much. One commenter nailed it. Remy's losing her grip. She just can't accept that he doesn't belong to her anymore. Only someone who still cares this much moves like this. When a woman's truly done, she falls all the way back. Then they hit her with that cold truth. It's in her eyes, she's looking and acting wild. And they even said, so what if he was begging to get his family back? That ain't even a bad thing. But Remy, oh, she was heated. And instead of dialing it down, she took aim again, this time firing shots directly at Claressa Shields on social media.
I told Papoose. I told them. Why don't you tell this? Why don't you tell your current come up? 'Cause that's what it is. Tell your current come up. Don't say nothing about me. Maybe not even say nothing about you until shit is what it is.
It was messy, it was petty, and it was way too personal. Remy threw shade with a weird half-coded message that had everyone scratching their heads. She was clearly talking about Claressa, but tried to act like she wasn't. She said something like, if you just turned 30 and allegedly started seeing someone 8 months ago who's 47, who I've known since you were 10, and married to him since you were 13, and he got 4 biological kids, ages 28, 25, 24, and 6. And now he's promising you a newborn right after finally agreeing to a divorce like 18 hours ago. Please sit this one out. Whew! The timeline math alone had people confused, but the shade was loud and clear. Here's the thing though, Claressa ain't married to Remy. She don't got no kids with her, no joint accounts, nothing tying them together, so she had zero reason to stay quiet. And baby, she didn't! Claressa clapped back hard and made it crystal clear she wasn't playing games. She said, Remy Ma, I'm gonna say what the F I wanna say. Yes, we're having a family. Yes, we're happy. And yes, you still invited to the cookout as long as you keep your attitude in check. Leave me and Pap alone. Ain't nobody worried about you. And yes, I'm 30, not 18. You wanna pull up to the fight or something? Boom! That response had the whole internet on fire. She gave Remy smoke and an open invitation to square up. Remy tried to throw shade, but Claressa lit up the whole block in return. With no hesitation.
I went, you're just you're punching the air. My air, I've never breathed so freely in my life. Okay? I couldn't take it anymore. I said, hey, this ain't what it is. We can't keep doing this. We talking about people being truthful. Truthful?
Woo! Things were spiraling fast. The drama was getting heavier by the day, and let's be real, Remy wasn't exactly helping her case. People online were already dragging her for sounding like a bitter ex, and rumors started flying that her whole career was crashing fast. Some folks said she was either straight up losing it or just putting on a show to get people hyped for some new music. But either way, it wasn't landing. Because while Remy was throwing shade and dropping wild claims, Papoose stepped in with the uncut version of what really went down, and it was way messier than anyone thought. By now, Pap was done with all the back and forth, and the final straw, when Remy dragged his kids into the drama, that's when it got personal. See, if you know Pap, you know he rarely gets loud unless somebody crosses a serious line, and Remy did just that. So when he went live, he let it rip. No sugarcoating, no sidestepping. He laid out exactly why he walked away from Remy Ma, and it had people shook. According to Pap, this all started back when Remy was locked up. She got tight with a woman in there, someone she called a close friend. When they both got out, Remy kept the friendship going. A little too close if you ask Pap. The woman would even come over for sleepovers. At the home, Remy shared with Papoose and their little girl.
On another day, I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them. Ended up catching it. Now, this individual is a female. So I can't do nothing to her. I don't put my hands on females. Y'all wanna know what I did? I told the individual, I said, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't put my hands on her because I'm not gonna do that. I don't hit women. But I told her to get out.
And guess what? Pap had no clue anything shady was going on. He thought this woman was just a homie, someone Remy vibed with from back in the day. He even welcomed her, not knowing he was playing himself. He said he used to cheer them on, thinking their bond was harmless, until the signs started stacking up. Then came the moment that broke it all wide open. Pap said he noticed Remy would randomly dip out of their bed at night, just get up and walk straight to the guest room. But she wasn't in there alone. She was in there sleeping with that same friend while he was in the next room clueless. That's when it all clicked for him. The woman he thought was just an old friend? She was actually Remy's secret lover, and the whole time he was right there, being played like a background extra in his own life. Papoose had no clue what was really going on until one heartbreaking moment opened his eyes for good. One day, he came home from work and found their daughter just sitting in a bedroom by herself, quiet and alone. That was his first red flag. So he walked into the master bedroom, and what he saw shattered everything. Remy was in their bed with her jailhouse lover, caught red-handed, right there. No shame, no warning, just doing the unthinkable under the same roof where they were raising a child. But it gets even worse. According to Pap, another time he walked in and found them hooking up again, with their daughter right there in the same room. That crossed every line for him. He said he felt completely disrespected, disgusted, and most of all, heartbroken. Not just because of the betrayal, but because he believed Remy had completely neglected their daughter just to chase this affair. That's when their relationship hit the wall. Everything changed after that. But Pap wasn't finished. He still had more truths to drop. All those things Remy had said about him being broke, not paying her bills, still being on her insurance, he called it all cap.
I still had to pay all of the bills in the crib, the whole thing. The only time I stopped paying the bills is when I started to notice that she was taking money outside from the family and tricking on this chump. If you look at the chump, straight bum before her. Look at me before her. Look at the chump, straight bum. All of a sudden, you look at the chump, she's spending money on the chump. She paying everybody throughout battle rap to battle the chump. Every time he lose, she paying again. Paying money. She got a crib, not too far from my crib, like I said earlier. So I started to say to myself, damn, I'm busting my ass to pay all of these utilities in this crib. And she taking her bread and taking bread outside of the family and giving it to the next nigga.
Let's not forget, Papoose and Remy used to be the blueprint for black love. People looked up to them, not just for the music or the fame, but because their bond seemed unbreakable. And Pap, he was always front and center holding it down. When Remy got locked up, Pap never left her side. He visited her every single day for a whole year. Every day. And he wasn't just there in spirit, he was funding her life, helping out her family, and even covering her legal battles. Pap said most of her appeals that first year, he paid for them, out of pocket. While Remy was locked away, Papoose was putting everything else on pause. His music, his opportunities, his personal life, all so she wouldn't feel abandoned. He rode for her when a lot of people would have walked away, and now, after all that, he got betrayal in return. As Remy's release date got closer, Papoose didn't just sit back, he mapped out her return. He wanted her homecoming to be smooth, stress-free, and full of love. And
get a condo closer to the jail so I could visit her every day. Visit her every day, driving back and forth to the visit to see her every day. Slay everybody in my ear, Pap, you gotta get to work. You can't visit her every day. But when I speak to her on the phone, she would cry to me. She was so upset. She was broken. They broke her. She would constantly cry. I knew she needed me. Kept visiting her. Cool. In the process of me doing that, I'm running back and forth to the jail for a year straight. I exhausted all my funds.
When she finally walked out those prison gates, Pap made sure she had a soft landing. No drama, no struggle. He had everything ready. But get this, Pap claimed he was even writing some of her songs behind the scenes. Yup. While she was rebuilding her image and stepping back into the spotlight, he was right there helping shape her bars, her music, her moves. And that's not all. Papoose literally moved to a whole new city just to make sure Remy didn't violate her parole conditions. That's real commitment. While juggling everything else, he was also holding it down for the kids, making sure they stayed connected with their mom, showing up for every birthday, school event, and holiday. He never let them feel that gap. So how did Remy return the favor after all that? According to Pap, she threw it back in his face like it meant nothing. She told the world he never did anything for her. No credit, no respect, just cold dismissal after years of sacrifice. But the thing that really broke him was when she started sneaking around with Easy, the block captain. That betrayal hit different. Pap revealed that once she started dealing with Easy, Remy basically checked out of their household responsibilities. She had money coming in. Checks from shows, appearances, business deals. But she wasn't putting anything toward the house or their daughter. Nope. She was out here dropping stacks on Easy while leaving Pap to cover all the bills. He was picking up the pieces while she was busy playing house with someone else, all while still living under the same roof with the man who held her down through everything.
So she tells me, I'm going to sleep in the guest room with such and such. I said, okay. That's cool. I sleep in the room by myself. Big ass crib, big ass room, everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I bought through the whole crib, all the utilities in my name. That's another story, but she fabricated. Moving on along, that's documented too, because I've been paying it out the same account for over 15 years, whatever, or more. Moving on along, I sleep in the room by myself. I don't think nothing of it. Next day, same thing. I said, damn, babe, you sleeping in there again?
In the end, Papoose didn't hold back at all. He called Remy out for being narcissistic, ungrateful, and even accused her of acting bipolar, saying she would flip the script on him whenever she felt like it, no matter how much it hurt their family. According to him, she didn't care about keeping things together. She just did what she wanted, whenever she wanted and left him to clean up the mess. And if that wasn't enough, Pap claimed Remy had been out here spreading lies about him, trying to flip the narrative and make him look like the bad guy. She was out here painting herself as the victim and making him the villain. But this time, the audience wasn't buying it. People online were going crazy in the comments. One person said, Remy should have just left Pap alone. Now he's spilling everything. Another wrote, she really should have left that man in peace. I believe every single word he's saying. And the reason? Pap never gets online running his mouth about anything. So if he's talking now, he's clearly reached his limit. And that's real. This ain't the voice of someone chasing clout. This is a man who's been through everything and finally snapped. He stayed solid for years while Remy ran the show, but now he's given the world his side, raw and unfiltered. So what do you think about this whole situation? Is Papoose finally getting the justice he deserves? Or do both of them need to take a step back and grow up for the sake of their child? Sound off in the comments. We want to hear all your takes. And if you made it this far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss the tea. Drop your thoughts below, and we'll see you in the next one.